Let's go!
Yep, so they just arrived. She's right there. Damn, I didn't get to see that through the pictures, but it's gonna need a new fender. It's fine. The car is on the... We're getting it towed right now to the house. Bro, it literally looks good. It don't seem like too much damage. I want to see if I can just get a lens for the thing, but we'll get back to the crib. We finally just arrived to the house. I'm just gonna have her be charging right now and just gonna be figuring out how to remove this bumper without damaging anything else. Because I already see that I'm gonna need another fender liner. Possibly not. Definitely a new bumper, definitely a new fog light. I'm praying that, I know some of these connections got messed up, but I'm praying it's nothing crazy. But other than that, everything looks good down there. Yeah, everything looks good down there. Another fender liner. The headlights are in the trunk, like I mentioned. But they seem like they're good. It's just the lens, so I want to see if I can just get the lens and call it a day. But yeah, I'm gonna strip this down. All right, cool. So this is where we're at right now. There's no damage, like serious damage to the body or anything. And just by a hair, I got lucky with the core support, because you know that shit's like fake metal. It's like fiber. I don't even understand it. But it's just this that we're gonna have to replace, and hopefully there isn't any wiring that has to be done. If so, I'm gonna take that to someone. I'm not gonna take that upon myself. But this is what I was talking about, where I got lucky is right here. You see that? But it's just a knot, and it's just gonna be holding this up. So it shouldn't be an issue, and there's gonna be other things that's holding this up. So it'll be a stretch. All right, so I basically found out these things are notorious. These VQs are notorious for having this coolant issue. I guess there's usually a coolant leak or air pockets. So I'm trying to see visually. I noticed that there's a little bit of, I'm thinking that's coolant, and maybe this needs a new cap. But basically I just ordered a bleed kit, and I'm gonna bleed the whole system, but I'm gonna remove this cover to see if I can see the oh wow, I actually do see coolant buildup, if I'm not mistaken. It has to be coolant. So yeah, I pray that they wasn't running this engine with that coolant leak. But I'm basically gonna bleed it, but I'm gonna take out this valve just to see better and check out the bleeder valve. But if anything, I'm just gonna order that from Z1 and just give this car a basic tune up. I'm gonna change the drop-in filters as well, and I'm gonna call Nissan, see if or how recent did they do the spark plugs and stuff, like what was basically the service history. So it's a lot of moving parts. Okay guys, I took off the cover, and it was the famous bleeder valve right there, right here, where you see all that gunked up and how it leaked down to that hose. So yeah, apparently these are famous for just failing over time. I don't know if they're just made out of plastic, but the Z1 is made out of aluminum. So we're gonna have to get that order as well. Yeah, because there's there's nothing in the tank. Like barely. But it's still a good indication that it's just cold right now, and I know it has expanded. But once we do replace all these things, See, like I have coolant right here in the reservoir, but it's not that much. So yeah, it was a significant amount of coolant that was being lost, and pretty sure the last owner probably just kept refilling it. So that's just my guess, because I mean, look at these filters too, they're pretty dirty. So we're gonna get all that shit ordered, but before I change out the hoses and stuff and bleed the whole system, I'm gonna do a whole oil change. And like I said, I'm gonna contact Nissan and see if what was the last history of this shit, because I want to know. It looks like it's good and healthy, but it has that famous coolant issue. Probably wasn't that imminent, probably was just leaking slowly and slowly, but this sitting probably for like a month at the auction or whatever, you know, because the whole processing, the insurance, yeah, it lost a good amount of coolant. So we're just gonna have to see what we're gonna do next. And once we get all that stuff ordered and I'm ready to work on the car in a bit, I'm gonna take off the battery and get it and drop it off at AutoZone so they can just charge it, because the shit just keeps dying. I keep getting code C1109. So like I said, the coolant tank should be coming in. I ordered yesterday, and all these connectors and plugs, I'm gonna thug it out with this one unless I have any issues. I see this guy who's selling this entire harness for $280. I think he's kind of excessive. I'm gonna see if I can walk him down to $200 if I am unsuccessful splicing a new connector on this one, on this fog lamp, because this is the fog lamp, and there's another one. It's one of the other right here. This is like the daytime running wheel sensor. I could still use this one. I'll just have to thug it out and tape it, but if anything, if this is being a bitch, these 3 issues, I'll get the whole wiring harness. I'm just trying to see where it all leads to. Oh, okay, it looks like it leads to literally right here. No, all the way right here. Yeah. So we'll see what happens.